Good day everybody, Scabbard Gaming here and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Something Else. So today I am in Horizons. So this is a new expansion for Elite Dangerous which came out yesterday. Well, kind of, less than 24 hours ago because it was a really late release. Like, they didn't get servers up until late evening, sort of like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening, so I didn't really get to play last night. I kind of logged on, messed about the settings in my Asp Explorer for a little bit, and this morning I thought I'm going to get back to Jameson Memorial in Shamrata Desert, where this is the Founders World, so anyone who's been here since beta, you get like 10% discount on all ships and parts, and it stocks everything, so you don't have to scour the galaxy for all the individual parts and stuff. So I've come back here. I fully equipped my my Fer De Lance, which is my bounty hunting ship, which is what I spend most of my time doing. I do like the odd trade every now and then if I want to take the stress off, but here's my black Fer De Lance. So all of my ships now have the Black Friday skin pack because I'd pre-ordered before the Black Friday event. Pardon me, just clearing my throat a little. And yeah, I think the Fer De Lance looks very cool in black. It's classically red with some splashes of white and some chrome, and now it's black with some sort of silvery bits and some chrome, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I like the change. So I've equipped my updated Fer De Lance with the bigger power pack, the power supply, power plant. So it did only have a class 5, now it's got a class 6, which increases the cost of the ship by around 10 million credits, but at the same time you get a much better all-round ship because you can fit a lot of shield boosters, whereas before you couldn't do that. And shield boosters are really important because they give 20% per shield booster. So I've kept my chaff launcher, so I could have another 20% shields, but I've kept my chaff launcher because that can get you out of some really tight situations. I've fitted, you know what, I'll pop into outfitting quickly so you can actually see what I've got. So I've stuck with the beam laser on the bottom because that eats through shields really fast regardless of what you're attacking. I'm just not keen on the plasma accelerator, it's too slow. It overheats as well, and it takes all of your power distributor power and stuff. It's just, I'm not keen on it, it's just not me. Anyone else who uses it, you feel free. I've swapped my cannons in for multi-cannons because they're more accurate at long range, better with small ships, faster tracking. They're just all round better. They get more ammo, and if you subscribe to Cornelius Bredes, he has done a recent video comparing multi-cannons to cannons in this ship, actually, with pretty much the exact same setup as what I've got. And multi-cannons did do slightly less damage, but given how fast they track, the great damage over long distance and stuff like that, they're just a better all-round weapon. They use slightly more power. But with the new power supply, power plant even, I can afford to fit these with shield boosters, single chaff launcher, and I'm very slightly over deployed, but with some power distribution, it's absolutely not a problem. So I'm sticking with lightweight alloys because I like my jump range, and quite frankly, I want my shield. If my shield bugs, I bug. So I've got the new power plant in there, A-class thrusters, A-class frameshift, D life support, A power distributor, D sensors, bi-weave shield generator, which is the new shield generator, so it regenerates 50% quicker. So that is like a massive bonus. If your shields go down, you want them up as quick as possible. As well as that, I think it affects how quickly it regenerates with your power distributor as well. I'm not absolutely sure on that, but either way, I've got a really powerful shield anyway, even with the bi-weave. It's, you know, almost 800 points, which is about the same as my Anaconda, my trade Anaconda. But as well as that, I've got shield cell banks. So I've got class 4 shield cell banks, planetary vehicle hangar. I've still got my interdictor because I did my bounty hunting. I've got a very crappy fuel scoop now and a planetary approach suite. The fuel scoop is probably pointless now, to be honest, but I don't tend to travel very far, and when I do, I just want to be able to not get stuck somewhere. So I've got a new paint job, so show you what it used to look like. I mean, that's very flash, but I'm kind of bored of it. I've had it for a really long time, so I'm going with the Black Friday. Right, shall we get out there? somehow managed to press escape by accident. So I'm going to launch. I've already set a waypoint for a nearby planet, which is the closest, which is Shinrata Desra A1, and that is the closest planet to me which I can land on. So I'm just going to pooter on over there, and this will be like my first landy video, which is a new series, by the way. I'm going to continuously push these out, see how this ship handles, because it's supposed to have got a massive maneuverability boost. Let's not crash into anyone on the way out, especially not an anaconda. It wouldn't come off well for me. I am playing it open. I like to play it open. As you can see, the command chat at the top there. It shouldn't take us long to get out of mass lock. It's a very fast ship. So there you go. Boom. Someone's mass locked me. There you go. So yeah, hopefully this landing's going to go well. I really don't want to crash on my first attempt and look like a complete pillock. Everyone else seems to be able to land without crashing. So hopefully I'm going to do the same. I'm probably going to get some open lag, because it's going to be super busy today. It's like 320 light seconds away, but that shouldn't take us too long to get there. A minute or two. So, like I say, this is Horizons. I've actually fitted the larger vehicle landing pads, hangar, the planetary landing craft hangar storage bay area. I fitted the larger. Oh my god, you can tell I worked yesterday. Look at the graphical corruption on the left side of my screen in the starfield there. That's new. I've not seen that before. That's not good. I don't think I've seen that before. I think I'd have noticed something like that. Is that new to Horizons? I don't know. It's probably something saying like my graphic card's on the way out or something. Should be terrible. No. Anyway, so I believe, yeah, I've actually set a waypoint for Wandry Base. That actually said that correctly. It sounds really wispy, doesn't it? Wandry Base. Wandry Base. Yeah, so I've set a waypoint for there. That's pretty close to another base, which is Nixon Base. I'm hoping you'll be able to see them from each other, but on the planetary view, they look really close together. When it comes down to it, when you're talking planet size, I'm not totally sure that that's going to be the case. They're probably going to be like a few hundred kilometers away from each other, so we'll see if we can see both bases. Otherwise I'll just plonk it down somewhere. I just want to be able to land and drive around for a minute. If I can do that, then I'll be happy. And hopefully a good friend of mine will join us a little bit later, and we can go and mess around on a planet together, and we'll do a bit more recording there as well. So let's see how this works, because at the moment I've just plonked my power meter in the blue. Ooh, blue line. I think if I go below or go into the blue area, I'll come out of super cruising into sort of planetary approach. Okay, so here we go. 2 million meters. Ooh, chugging a little bit. I don't know if that's orbital flight engaged. It feels terrifying going straight down like this. It's probably not a good idea, but I'm hoping that glide will kick in before I absolutely hammer into the floor. So I don't want to go into the red patch, so I haven't done that. I've got quite a manoeuvrable ship. I think I should be able to even it out without just ploughing into the floor. I'm still 30 kilometers above the floor. Dropping from orbital cruise, here you go. And then sort of you go into glide, which again, it's about a tenth of the speed of what I'm going now. So instead of 2.5 kilometers per second, it's 2,500 meters. And now I need to pull up slightly because I'm dropping like a stone. Use my thrusters to counteract slightly. Glide is complete, and I'm 15 kilometers away from where I wanted to be. And no idea how to get there. So I'm 15 kilometers out, and I did alright. I don't know if you noticed, actually, my frame rate has dropped dramatically since I entered atmospheric flight. So I think that's one thing I should probably be aware of, is that my computer isn't as powerful as it once was. I'm running a 660 Ti. I've got it in full everything though, so maybe I could probably do with a little less graphical settings maybe in future. Don't know how the recording's going to come out. See, I'm travelling quite quickly, so I'm going to drop it down a bit. I should be alright here though. I'm in low orbital flight, but I mean there's no reason for me to worry too much, I don't think. No, I'm good. I'm good. This seems stable. It's nice. That was quite easy actually. It looked really drastic. I just dived straight into orbit without even thinking about it. But I just thought, sod it. I'm in a really manoeuvrable ship. I think I can afford to... Oh, no, I'm trespassing. Let's get out of there. Well, that was easy. So just bring the speed up a little. So it's a bit easier to control. Right, should we find a landing area? I don't particularly want to... I don't want to land on the base. I want to be able to drive near it. I think if you drop below about 100 meters, you should start getting the planetary... Oh, way too... I went down way too quickly then. I actually used my vertical thrust to drop myself down, which seemed like a bad idea now. Okay, so let's just chuck out the landing gear and see if it'll let me land here. It seems like a pretty decent area.
Landing gear deployed.
Alignment okay. Doesn't look very okay. There you go. Slow down. I didn't even do anything. Okay. Well, that was it. It's actually really seamless, and you expect something a bit more. You expect it to sort of go big, and then like everything going blah, 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 always lights flicker. So actually, you get nothing like that. So I should be able to deploy. Select vehicle. Well, they're both the same. Okay. Oh, there's a back button at the bottom. I didn't see that. I should be used to the UI by now. Totally not. What's going on here then? Okay, so I just dropped out. Now I've already bound some controls, so my SRV should be good to go, and it is. And I also, yes, people said on the forums you couldn't do this, that you couldn't. I've got my right trigger, because I went with controller. I went with controller, so my right trigger is accelerate, my left trigger is brake, but it's also reverse. And people were saying, oh, why can't you just hold it for reverse? I think I've pretty much figured out the controls pretty quickly, so that's not a big deal. You literally just bind it to an axis. I think maybe it's because of mouse and keyboard and stuff, people are getting a bit, maybe it doesn't work as well. But this controller is working very well. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, you can get some planing going and everything. This is fantastic. I might have to drop my graphical settings very slightly. I've got my terrain generation up to the very max. Oh god, sketchy. This is actually 0.99 Gs. So this is pretty much exactly Earth gravity as well. So this should feel familiar, and it does. It actually feels a little bit like if you're playing a bit of Colin McRae Rally or something. It's very responsive. They kind of nailed it. I'm not gonna lie. It's really good, and it sort of feels twitchy enough that you know you're not on solid ground. I would love to know what it feels like on ice, but if I just hammer on the handbrake and then release and brake. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let me just have a quick look around. So I'm in a good position. I can actually use my controller, my joystick, my mouse and my keyboard all at the same time. and it really doesn't bother me. I can still use my keyboard for changing my engine controls while I'm driving around. So I think I'm blessed in that sense, because a lot of people saying it doesn't really work out, but it does with me. So I'm quite lucky. I'm going to jump into my turret actually. Let's see how this is working. Oh my god, I've inverted left and right, I think. That's a terrible, terrible excuse for gameplay. I'm going to have to change that. But I'm not too fussed about that right now. Yeah. I mean, I've got inverted up and down, but for some reason my left and right is also inverted, which is just the worst. And no idea how I managed to do that, but obviously I've got something wrong. That's fine. That's fine. Mistakes were made, and I'm alright with that. But how good is this? I should be able to send my ship away. So let's dismiss my ship. Let's see how that looks. Well, it looks mostly beautiful. Ah, Fer De Lance, you are the prettiest of ships. Isn't that amazing, though? I mean, I'm late to this, let's be honest. All the people in beta are like, yeah, I've seen it. But I haven't, and that is amazing. That just makes everything feel so much cooler. I really have to turn my graphical settings down a little bit. 660 tie, and looking at the ground, look how smooth that is. That's perfectly smooth, and then oh yes, this is so good. I like it. Oh yes, it's nice. So let me do that now very quickly. I know that you guys will probably see a little bit more stuff, but let's try and make it smooth stuff. Everything should be fine. It's just this one thing at the bottom here, the terrain work. I put everything on my GPU. Let's try and get it a little bit more here, sort of about the 70% mark, and just see how it rolls. Pun intended. Is that any better? It's actually distinctly exactly the same, but I think it's to do with terrain generation, and I think that requires some movement. Should we head towards the town? I know that it's probably really far away and in a direction. It's 4.3 kilometers away. That's probably too far to drive, realistically. Let's just get my engine up to full. So it's only 36 meters a second. That's a rather sizable rock. Should we go over it? I didn't go over it at all, did I? I just kind of... Okay. Right, so you can pitch and roll while in the air, but it might cause some rolling across the ground as well. It's fair enough. Fair enough. Should have seen that coming. 82% already. That's not great, is it? Literally just started, and boom, I've been on my roof. It takes some getting used to, I've got to admit. It's so sketchy. Oh, I have my controls around the wrong way, I think, for pitching in the air. Yep, definitely. I'm down 64%, just got moving. That's not a good find, is it? Ooh! Jumping. Oh god, even with full thrust, actually, the thing does not sit down nicely. I think it's because I'm on a relatively high G planet for the game. You know, it's only 1, which is the same as Earth, but if you think about how quickly things drop here, it's probably not the best idea to be prancing around on a 1G planet, actually. Most of the videos I've seen, all the people are kind of running in sort of 0.2, that's about 0.6, and they kind of get away with stuff, but they still get damaged. I'm kind of getting maimed I will get used to it, I promise. And with the terrain generation turned down a little bit, it's actually smoothing out now that I'm sort of approaching new areas. If it just affects the pop-up, it doesn't affect the graphical quality. You've got to change terrain detail for that, which I may do. I may do that, you know, just a little. I'm not too keen on it being super sluggish. Like I say, I'll have to see how this video turns out, because if the video judders and jerks all over the place because it's working too hard, then I will turn that down. But you know what, guys, I'm a little bit captivated by this. I mean, sure, I don't think there's going to be a massive amount of variation in the worlds. I'm looking forward to ice. Oh dear, shouldn't have done that. I'm looking forward to finding an ice planet, sort of getting down on there, and I think that would be cool. I think finding different types of planets that you can land on and actually sort of exploring how they look will be really cool, but it's really difficult to get a sense of scale when you're on the planet. I thought it would be the other way around. I honestly thought once you get to the planet, the sense of scale would really start to jump out at you and you'd be like, yeah. I mean, the ships look big, don't get me wrong, but I watched a video of some guy falling down into a 7-kilometer deep like crater on a planet, and honestly it looked like it was about 5 meters deep. I was just like, that ain't gonna hurt. And then it's like, it's still falling at like 300 meters a second. You just think, it doesn't look deep. There's no sense of scale because there's no landmarks yet. I wonder if that's what we're missing. You know, I mean, I look at the horizon there, and there's a cliff, and I think, oh, that was some epic planing. And I think, you know, I could probably get up that. That's not a big issue. We'll be there in about 12 seconds. But actually, is that like the size of Mount Olympus on Mars? Are you going to try and get like? Are you just getting there could take you 4 hours? I don't know, do you? On this 1G planet, it's not like I'm absolutely blistering, is it? Not moving at a massive pace. It's not getting much bigger either. That's a big rock. Let's go over that. Handbrake! Yee! Handbrakes! Ah, it's like a rally car, but you've got no track to do anything on. It's kind of weird. Yeah, you see what I meant about that cliff? The cliff kind of looked small. Yeah, you get there in like 12 seconds. It's no issue, you know. It's like half a minute away max. Yeah, no. Whoa! The hell just happened? I gave it some thrust. Yes. But what did I hit that kicked me up? I don't even know what way I'm facing now. Did I just jump like a mile? Feels like a mile. Should we call the ship back? Eh. Where are you, ship? I think it's supposed to come down in front of you, but I'm not seeing it. So I lost my ship. Guys, someone stole my ship. Whoa! What in the flip? That was awesome! There it is, baby. Yes! Give it to me. You flippin' gorgeous ship, you. Oh, Fer De Lance. I love you. I am a big fan of the Fer De Lance, and it's even better now. I just love the way this ship looks. It's so slick. Everyone's sort of a really big fan of the Clipper and the Cutter, and I am. I really like the Clipper and the Cutter, but I honestly think the Fer De Lance is a better looking ship. I just think it's such a beauty. And that, by the way, was flipping cool. And breaking it up. Marvellous. Right, let's see how we dock. Do we have to be facing a certain way? I think you might have to be facing a certain way. It doesn't really give you any sort of indication of whether you're going to go into it or not. I'm not really sure. It's kind of... maybe the ship doesn't realise that I'm here. Right, so if handbrake there, it says proceed to boarding point. I thought I was kind of there already. Do I need to do something? Oh, there you go. It doesn't really give you any sort of idea of if you're there or not. Look at the textures. They've got all fluffy. Oh, you can transfer cargo from here. That's pretty cool. So you can pick up a bunch of stuff, transfer it to your ship, and then just set off again without boarding. So let's board the ship, see how that looks. Ooh, the wheels fold in, and then... blam. Textures. Load. Oh my god. Terrible texture load going on there. So, let's have a look outside, shall we? Your vehicle is vulnerable. Yeah, no, in no ways. Delete. I'm not getting the most fantastic frame rates on Earth, am I? I must be sort of in the low 20s at the moment. A sort of slight shuddering. I'll try and get that fixed before my next video. I didn't want to come down here and then sort of show you my second landing. I really wanted it to be an authentic first landing, which it was. That was actually my first landing. And it was terrible, but I'll get better. I'll get better. And later on, hopefully I'll be recording with my good friend Aaron, so we can sort of jump down some canyons together and get totally mullered together. Because falling down a mountain is better together. Or we might just do some low level flying. I think he's getting himself a drop ship, so we'll have to see if he can keep up. So whistle between the mountains, and he's like, "Oh my god, my sailboat." Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think the dropship got a buff anyway. It's been dropped in price quite a bit, so I have to see how it goes. I haven't played with it for a very long time. You see what I mean by this ship, though? How pretty is it? Really, it's very pretty. That's what it is. Now, let me just see. Where's the sun? It's literally directly above, so I'm getting... that's probably why I can't tell what the terrain is like so much, because there are no shadows. It's really, really flat and dead and sparse. And I think that's what's giving me the illusion that there's absolutely no depth to anything. And I think that is where I went wrong. But to be honest, that was fantastic. I'm just going to launch, get back into orbit, and then we'll call it a day on this. Let's put those landing gear away. Now, how the hell do you get out of orbit? Boom! Yes. You think you're going to fly over the landscape at like 500 miles an hour. And I guess you kind of are. But at the same time, the landscape is big. And it kind of doesn't really move. You have to kind of fly it like a plane. And really pitch into it. You get a bit of... oh, you get a lot of like slew and drag, and it's cool, but you lose altitude while you're doing it. You have to then sort of try and get back up to speed. So where am I in terms of the city? How are you supposed to find out where the damn city is? You've got no directional... is it just me? Or is there no way of telling what direction your target is? It's also the exact same distance away now as it was a minute ago. So weird. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's still the same distance and I'm travelling at 300 meters a second. It's got to be getting further away. Okay. Yeah. I think it's... Ooh. I think it's simply a case of not updating at all. Yeah, no, I'm still travelling up. Now, where is it? I should be able to see it from all the way up here. God, I really need to sort my frame rate out. It's terrible. So I'm just spinning drastically now. Can't see it. I didn't get that far away from it. Where is it? There seems to be something like black and dottish in there, and that was kind of where it was. That's it, isn't it? I think again I'm a victim of the sense of scale here. Yeah, that's it. That tiny dot. It's still 4.32 kilometers away. I really don't get how that works, but I'm not going to dwell on it. I just think it makes it completely impossible. So if I lock destination, right, there you go. Okay, so my target information wasn't updating because it didn't have it locked. So let's just dock. Yeah, let's dock. No contacts. Okay, so I can't dock there. Why not? Why not? I've got something against me. It's too small, isn't it? There's absolutely no docking space there. Well, there's just a couple of small pads by the looks of it. Come to the wrong place really, didn't I? Let's just go into space. See how that works. Fly directly at the sun. Wow. Well, if that isn't cool, I don't know what is. Am I going to start falling back down now? It feels like I am, doesn't it? God. It's menacingly quiet and weird. Frame rate issues. You can still see it from up here though. It's not getting any... Oh. That's not good. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm literally stopped dead in the middle of nowhere. That's fantastic. I didn't get anything. Nothing to tell me what's going on. Okay, so I'm up to like 8 kilometers now. I'm still only going like 400 meters a second during boost, so I'm still in atmospheric flight as such. I'm not into glide or anything yet. So let's see, how far up do you have to go? I don't get it. 9 kilometers. 10 kilometers. 11 kilometers. 12. Come on. Right. Straight up. So that's 90 degrees from the planet. And you can sort of, it flips as you hit 90 degrees. Oh! Do you know what it is? And it seems really stupidly obvious now. If I just press J, there you go. It's not going to go to frame shift, is it? It's just going to be orbital flight. But I'll just be like travelling at 400 meters forever. Because you can drop out of supercruise in the middle of space and travel at 400 meters and you can just fly forever, so it's not going to ever change, is it? It's just silly. I am so silly. Right, so now I am quite comfortably moving away from the planet at a decent speed. Oh my god, it's just so weird. That is a big crater. You could jump into that, but that looks kilometers deep as well. With a little mountain in the middle. They are some big craters. That one in the distance there looks massive. Or deep, more than massive. It's smaller than the other ones. There's a lot of craters, isn't there? Am I going to hit something? Just the sun. That's alright. Can live with that. Can live with that. I can't really see the planet now. But that successful test, and I am thankful that you joined me for it because that was brilliant. I'm excited with what I can do now. I feel like going to grab some missions, going to do some mining and stuff, and I will be back with that a little bit later. But thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please click like and click subscribe. If you got any questions or you want me to try anything out, please put it in the comments below and I will see what I can do. Thanks again, and bye bye.